Okay, so today we're going to be reading More Parts by Ted Arnold. This is a book that's going to be full of different idioms. It's going to surround a little boy who's basically losing his mind, which is an example of an idiom. And he's going crazy because he can't understand what all of these people are saying. He takes the figurative language that they're using, the different idioms, and he thinks that they really mean it. So we're going to be reading this book, and I want you to look for all the different idioms that you can see being used while we read. And then we're going to talk about them afterwards. So, More Parts by Ted Arnold. Things are bad and getting worse. Each day it's something new. With all the stuff I hear, I don't know what to do. One day I tripped on my red truck and it just fell apart. But when I told my mom, she said, "I'll bet that broke your heart." That's another example of an idiom. I guess that's a problem. Who knows? I don't think Mom would lie. I better play more carefully. This pillow's worth a try. People say all kinds of things that I don't understand. Like when my dad asked me if I would please lend him a hand. Uh-oh. I didn't know my hands come off, and I don't want them to. So I'll make sure that they stay on with gloves and lots of glue. Our next door neighbor had a joke he wanted us to hear. He said, "It's sure to crack you up." I ran away with fear. Who wants to hear a joke like that? Not my idea of fun. I gotta keep my head together. It's my only one. My teacher had me worried too. This happened yesterday. She said to stretch our arms and legs before we go and play. I'm sure she thinks it's good for us, but that's just too bizarre. My arms and legs are long enough. I like them the way they are. I know I've got a lot to learn. I'm little and I'm young. But what did Grandma really mean when she said, "Hold your tongue"? My tongue's a slimy, jiggly, squishy, slippery little squirt. It'd be my luck to squeeze so hard that it'd end up in the dirt. So I decided that it's best to stay here in my room, 'cause who knows when some little thing just might lead to my doom. Then Mom and Dad came in and asked me, "Why are you upset?" I told them all the things I've heard that get me in a sweat. Like Coach, who says before each game is ready to begin, he gets so nervous that he nearly jumps out of his skin. Or what a friend said recently, it gave me such a fright. He claimed his baby sister screams her lungs out every night. My skin could slip, my head might crack, and I might break my heart. I could lose my lungs, my hands, who knows when it might start. What if, quite by accident, my body flies apart? Mom and Dad just smiled, relieved that I'm okay. And Mom explained to me about the things that people say. And though Dad laughed, I know he didn't mean to be unkind when he said, "For a minute, son, we thought you lost your mind." So that was More Parts by Ted Arnold. Some examples of idioms that we found in here were when the neighbor said, "It's sure to crack you up." And if you see in the picture, the people are laughing, but they're filled with cracks. Now, that's an example of an idiom because the joke isn't actually going to make people crack, but it's saying that it's going to make you laugh really hard. Another example of an idiom that we can find in here is on this page when he's talking about his coach and his friend talking about his baby sister. Now, when he's talking about his coach, he's saying that the coach says he gets so nervous that he nearly jumps out of his skin. And in the picture, we can see the coach jumping out of his skin. Now, that would what it means, like if it was taken as what it says, then it would actually be this, of him jumping out of his skin. But an idiom is figurative, and it's not actually meaning that he's jumping out of his skin. It means that he's just really nervous, that he wants to, like, run away. And then same thing with the friends here, when he says he claimed his baby sister screams her lungs out every night. Now, she's not actually screaming her lungs out, but it just means that she screams so loud and for so long that that's the most he can equate it to. And so we can use idioms in our own writing to add a sort of dramatic effect, because when saying things like, oh, screamed her lungs out every night, that sounds a lot stronger than she screams really loud at night. And idioms are a great way to just display more visuals into our writing, because we're able to get a stronger image of what's happening.